He
does
feel
like he's been around forever.
Even Abed is now probably reaching 2 years, 1.5 in the scene. Hasn't had massive success. He's
still only 17 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bonkers.
Remember when he knocked out Complexity at TI with his Meepo?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, Will.
Good time.
That may be slightly painful for one member of this panel.
Enjoyable to watch.
Right then, draft number 2. Fnatic need just one game. They will make their way into the top 4 at ESL on Katowice. I can't even believe I'm saying those words right now.
Envy just makes Dota so much more enjoyable.
He actually does.
Like I need this guy to stay on top for a very long time.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, he's got a good shot right now. Just got to win one game. They play like last game, I think it's over.
I think that the first step is the least surprising Naga ban ever here for me. That, you know, it wasn't necessarily the hero that you talked about most in that game, but I feel like that Naga at the top of the draft ended up being the glue that held the whole draft together.
That was actually what was so cool about their heavy gank playstyle, is that like they're all spread out constantly. Yeah. And the best way to defend against that is just sleep. Because if you are, I remember there was one gank that happened and the camera moved to bot lane and it was just Abed and Naga Siren just pushing a tier 2 tower. And I'm like, it's been a fight for like 40 seconds and nobody could, they didn't have time to come down here and just gank them, because even if they do, they just cast sleep and they leave. Yeah. It was like such a threatening gank capable thing.
I mean, I think that was a story throughout the game. They were multi-objectives, weren't they? Because there was one point where they were pushing mid-rack. I think they got both mid-racks and they got Roche at the same time. Like, what is going on? This game is absurd.
And it was Abed's
just pushing all the time.
Abed's Invoker just casually hitting the mid-racks while the rest of the team does Roche.
Yeah. And I think, Paul, you've been hyping Fnatic up for a while. You're like, this is... all the skill is there.
I'm a confirmed Fnatic fanboy.
Yes.
I'm on the train, have been on the train for a while, yes.
You were at the beginning of this event. I said that I thought they could at least get to the win their first 2 matchups, but I wasn't nearly as bullish on them as you were.
No, for me, it's more about the lineup. It's more about the players, and you know how good each individual player is, and you've seen what they can do, and you just think, if they all play at the top of the game, I don't know how another team beats them.
Now they just have to do it twice.
I'm on the train, dude. That game was actually... That was
like
the most
now? Have you taken a ticket, Will? Dude, have you got on?
No, that's me. That was the most coordinated game I've seen in like at least 2 months.
It was fantastic.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
The thing is, especially at this tournament, we've seen this happen where it's just like a team takes a lead, they throw it away, the enemy team, when the high ground situation happens, the enemy team makes this like mini comeback. When you have a Terrorblade on the other team, like he'll just hold for a little bit and then he'll strike back.
Yeah, well, we saw Liquid do that, and when we see no G fail in the other way of doing that.
And so I think that's why Kevin, especially, you're so high on that, because there was no like curve downwards. They pretty much controlled the game from start to finish.
It was like the first game that EG played in their series yesterday. It was like just absolute stomp from beginning to end. There's no way they could come back.
The Coddle Beastmaster Open. Wow. I mean, this has looked spectacular today alone, and this is something that Fnatic is tremendously comfortable with.
So what's interesting about this, especially, is Secret's first 3 bans are all gank-capable heroes, basically good at setting stuff up, and Fnatic's basically shifting style slightly, but maybe not that much. Like, Coddle obviously isn't great at setting up ganks, but if DJ plays it, for example, it's going to fit their strategy the exact same way. He's going to be off somewhere pushing lanes, threatening towers in that way. He won't be able to kill the towers necessarily, but they can still fit their draft around the same playstyle.
Yeah, I think they have to be better. Secret, the thing about it is they've given away 2 of the best vision heroes in the game, and Envy thrives off that because of the surprise Roshan. Like, they're so good at that. And Puppey and FATA should know better. They've played so many times with him.
Well, the thing is, right, if you look at the last game, on paper, it probably was Secret that had the theoretical wave clear advantage. But one of the best ways to offset a wave clear advantage is to have that guaranteed vision, say from the Beastmaster Hawk. You don't have to worry as much about that information asymmetry that happens when the lanes are constantly on your side of the map.
So Secret with the first 2 Storm, they were doing this back when they had like even Kezu. They really think that this hero works for mid 1. He's one of the better Storm players.
It's super early though, Will, isn't it?
You know, I actually like it, because again, Storm is good at picking off a single guy. Fnatic plays the same as last game. They were constantly spread out. He will have opportunities. And with the Rubik, last game it was a Tusk. Like, YapzOr played the hero very well, but it was always like a reactionary snowball. It was never like YapzOr can go and set tempo ganking somewhere. It was always just a react. And I feel like Rubik is going to be able to turn those ganks better with a lift, a spell steal, and let his like true skill show. It
just feels so strange to me. The Secret only 3-3 on the Storm Spirit since TI, and none of those was a first phase pick. The hero, obviously, we spent some time talking about it already on the panel. It hasn't felt strong in this tournament. Is there something I'm missing here? Will,
No, I mean, it had I wouldn't say perfect opportunity earlier in that game, but it looked like a good Storm game. You said so yourself at the end. It was the 10th pick. It's a good Storm game. Didn't have a good game.
I don't know if I said it was a good.
It actually
Storm.
wasn't.
You said it had a good opportunity.
We were bad. It was a bad Storm game.
I said they were
Really?
gonna pick Storm,
Okay.
but I was like very.
All right.
I was like, Storm Part 2.
It was a bad Storm game in the end, just because of the Oracle and the 5
But
man.
Rezo played out of his mind on it
He
as
did.
well.
He
And
did
it
very
still
well.
couldn't
By
get
all
enough done.
means.
Yeah,
But
couldn't
they're-
get enough done.
But they're picking it here because the playstyle Fnatic last game was spread out, get ganks constantly,
Yeah.
and Storm can basically teleport ball lightning in, and all of a sudden he instantly makes it a 2v2.
So you think this is like a push on Fnatic style to try and break
Yes,
that up?
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
exactly what I see. And that's why they picked it first phase.
The downside though is if you second pick this Storm, you have to ban out so many different counters.
Yeah.
It's like they took away the TA. The good news though is Fnatic's other hero that they really like is Tinker, and Storm is one of the best at dealing with that hero.
Yeah, I don't know. Abed's hero pool is deeper than 2. I do think another element to the TA ban is you look at that last game and you look at a lot of Fnatic's wins over the past couple of weeks. Secret's game plan going into this game has got to be at least a little bit pick on Abed. You can't let him get off to that huge start that he was off to in that last game on the Invoker.
I don't know if you can prevent it too much. Like, they did pressure him a moderate amount in the last game. He did die once or twice, but still had a great game.
10 seconds remaining.
Fair enough.
They ban out Lion, another good gank
5 seconds
first catch hero,
remaining.
very good against Storm, if you go in first. And Fnatic is banning out split push heroes, and
Secrets turn to
Nyx Assassin will be their substitute.
The SEA staple. And also a hero that threatens the Coddle quite a bit.
So lend some smiles through.
Yeah, that's just a really good pick. It can be good against the Storm. It's very good against the Coddle, so you don't want Secret to have it.
5 seconds remaining.
Now they need less Shadow Blades too.
Do you think this is a Tusk for Secret?
Bounty it up.
All right, I'm down. It's one of their signature heroes. It's been a while since the Bounty got this far into the draft.
I guess
And
it could
Secret.
slow down tempo and stuff. Sniping couriers and
I just feel a
Give
little
them
bit like Bounty plays too much into the tempo that Fnatic want to play, and they're perfectly capable of playing that style with these first 3 picks.
are you saying that because Bounty is...
Bounty's a skirmisher hero, right? He's not a 5v5 hero. He's a skirmisher hero.
Wouldn't that benefit Secret then?
Yeah, but I feel like it pushes the game toward a tempo that Fnatic are very comfortable with. That they like to skirmish all around the map. They don't like they don't like to ball. They don't necessarily like to do the classic 4-1 split push.
I see your point. I would still say that Secret's capable of doing that.
Yeah.
So I think they could do something like that if they need to.
Okay.
Earthshaker's another good way to dissuade that kind of. Just be in the right place at the right time, drop fissures, possibly give mid-matchup advantages too.
Yeah, and this is
They're just watching a really good show.
8 and
Really
3
into the plot.
is YapzOr on the Earthshaker since January 1st. It's was one of his signature heroes all the way back with Escape Gaming at TI6.
I want to know what the noise in the background. That's Vici Gaming currently
Oh.
playing against Virtus Pro. They're in game 2. They're 1 game up right now, and it's 10-9 in
They won the
kills.
first?
Yes, they did. And they're 16 minutes into that game.
I said you need
It's on stream 2 right now if you want to go and join it. VP with a slight lead in that game.
You need to be 2 of the top team
Yes.
for me to like you.
Yes.
And Vici, they're halfway there.
Yes.
For Fnatic,
They're
I mean,
half a game away.
yeah.
I've been on the Vici and Fnatic hype train for a while. I said again, I thought those were my 2 teams that were going to break in. I like DG too, though, so.
Hey, you got
Do you
top
just
4.
like all the
Yeah, they're
teams,
two.
Nahas? Do you hate any teams? Maybe you're just blanketing everyone.
I am
really
a
like these
positive
players.
guy. But
Okay, but that's the thing though, is if you think everyone is good, that means... it
No,
doesn't
I
mean much,
mentioned,
right?
I mentioned those. I was asked on the panel at Genting, who do you think are going to be
Yeah.
the teams
But
to challenge? And those were my 3.
The
So
question is,
I feel
Alan,
okay.
who do you think
I
sucks
got this.
ass?
Nahas,
Who's not
name
good?
a bad player.
Yeah.
Flame somebody, Nahas.
Should I be like you, Blitz, and say Navi?
What? I didn't say Navi's bad.
No, I'm just kidding, buddy.
He did once.
I said they were mediocre.
Yes.
All right, we got a Dragonite
10
pick.
seconds remaining.
Very successful at this event so far.
Is
Probably
that
the most
the-
successful in terms
That
of
is most likely Abed Dragon.
top 10 most picked.
I could maybe see it being a Jackie hero. I could kind of see him tempo with. I guess it's too ulti reliant, whereas Venge is kind of just ready to go all the time. I guess Abed is most likely.
Yeah, based on, again though, based on past experience, it's going to be Abed on the Dragon Knight, but you look at teams in this tournament, there are already several teams that we've seen that hadn't picked DK leading up to this that are looking at the hero because it just looks so strong.
Yeah. Been picked up 15 times. The ESL 1 Katowice has an 80% win rate. That's 8-0.
Awkward playing like the offlane pick is going to be awkward for Secret. A lot of them get countered by Coddle.
What about, I was going to say Timbersaw. Timber's pretty good.
Go Ursa.
I am not sure about this one, guys.
It's really nice lane matchup.
It's one of the few, it's one of the few heroes that can make DK feel squishy.
And not necessarily DK, but I think Beastmaster actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Beast can't get away. If he goes to Axe builds, then Ursa just chases him down. And once he has a mobility advantage or a fissure or a Rubik lift, Beast actually can't just do his OP, throw axes, and walk away thing.
I think he nailed it.
But he is going to have trouble later. Ursa will.
There's something cool about this too. Is like when you, I think Secret realized. Remember, I kept harping on the Roshan.
Yeah.
Like they needed the ability to take at least one of those last game, and I felt like they couldn't. But this game around, it's much easier, and the hero that they pair with, Storm, is like the best Aegis carrier in my opinion.
Oh, easily.
That's a good point. So it helps Storm get Aegis easier.
Yeah. Because Storm, that's the one thing Storm can't do is like he can't Roshan.
This is the first time Ursa's been picked.
Yep.
At ESL 1, by the way.
Yeah, the concern for me is whether they're actually going to be able to get that lane matchup that they want, because like I said, I think Fnatic, when you fourth pick DK in this spot, I think you have to be thinking at least a little bit about shifting it into the safe lane.
I mean, their supports aren't that. I guess they're okay at tri-laning, depending on what they get for the carry. Nixon, Coddle could work.
I'm starting to get really good at recognize like who's on screen by
their hands.
Yeah, that sounds creepy, but
I thought your statement was going to go somewhere else. I was going to be like, wow, Will, you're so cool at identifying people by their hands. That's weird.
It's like, you know when they do the pan, the slow pan? I can always guess it now.
It'd be great on some sort of quiz show like that.
That throws me off. I don't like that I know that.
Guess the hand
so
with Will Blitzley.
You just YOLO Chen here?
For who?
For Secret.
For Secret? And we'll put like offlane Ursa?
Yeah. Why not? No, Puppey Chen. Oh, I'm sorry, YapzOr Chen and Puppey Rubik. Okay, that makes more sense.
Doing that should be against the law anyways. Always give him Rubik.
Yes,
gets
no,
Rubik,
that is true. That is true.
That should be against the law.
Well, no, actually, I think YapzOr might be on the year shaker, but we'll see. Well, they switched that up.
I like the Abaddon pick a lot because Fnatic did so many ganks last game and very stun heavy.
Take OD.
Remove the shield that's banned.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, that would have been such a sick call.
I can't see it actually.
It's that little like ghost smile.
It's like it just gets blocked by the table for me.
Oh, so it's a short problem, not a vision. So but yeah, removing stuns with a Abaddon shield is going to be potential. If he's in the right place at the right time, it could be great. Not to mention, pop his ult.
Envy Terrorblade, 12-2, their most successful hero combination, and I think it fits here. Wow.
It does, doesn't it? Wow. Okay.
I don't think Ursa can beat a Terrorblade.
Nope.
And this is, I can't find a single game on Ursa, by the way, for Secret since 707.
They're going to be capable. I mean, at least
it's not one of the most picked heroes anyway.
Ace has played it. Ace has played it if you go back in his career with C9 and Bears.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Very interesting set of picks, though. Let's start with Kevin this time round.
I think the Ursa will beat the Beastmaster in lane, which is great, but I think he's going to lose TB, so I think Fnatic's going to 2-0 this.
Okay.
Maybe
signing up for the Fnatic fan club, we've got another member.
The power of anime is unstoppable.
It is. Are you joining the club, William?
I kind of think I am, and I kind of want to see Storm lose, because every game he loses, sends it in the right direction.
It does for you.
Let's go Fnatic.
I don't believe it. I think I have to make it through a Fnatic. I love this draft.
Okay, fantastic. A clean sweep
for the
Fnatic team. I've somehow persuaded them, along with their drafting, to join the Fnatic hype train, and they're finally joining it. Choo-choo, let's go 2-0, they're saying. Let's check in with our commentary team. Are you also on the hype train for Fnatic, boys?
I'm sorry, Red, it can't actually work that way with anime because the guy who's ahead can never win. It's always the underdog that actually wins.
Toby, how many anime did you watch? It's always the guys that suck to start with that come back to win. That's who these guys are.
I mean, Blitz just wants Storm to lose, so he's fine.
Yeah. What actually has to happen is we need another nerf on the mana regen of Storm Spirit before it can actually be properly balanced, and then removed from the captain's mode while they try and buff him up and bring techies back. This is what needs to happen.
Yeah, Blitz is just...
Prepare for battle.
Well, I'm just waiting for this panel. Like they were backing the Terrorblade. They thought the Terrorblade in game 1 was like one of the primary pickups that you needed.
Yes.
Now Fnatic have it in this game. It's not as many direct counters, but it does cause a lot of problems for the Ursa Warrior.
They've got a lot of space creators for it too. They've got this pressure lane that's coming out. So last time, the thing about Secret was that they had, it was so much pressure on the supports to make the space because what? Tinker and Terrorblade, these two heroes need to farm to be able to have presences on the map.
Yep.
This time, there may be a TB, but they've got this Coddle Beastmaster lane that's going to put a ton of pressure wherever they're going, and then a Nyx Assassin in the mid game who's going to be running around, looking and scouting, putting on pressure, and a DK who can at least knock on towers. So there is a lot more room for Envy to actually just farm up and be that hard carry Terrorblade that we see a lot.
Yeah. At the same time, you could look at it from the other angle. So FATA having a hero who at least is going to have a better laning phase thanks to that OD 5th ban, and FATA being an influence. You're mentioning it to me just shortly after game 1. If FATA actually has an influence, if FATA is a real hero during a game, then Team Secret always do better. But for me, I'm almost happy to see YapzOr on Rubik and Puppey on ES. Two very big signature heroes for both of these support players. They actually have an influence. Because I always felt like game 1, it was Secret trying to react. Like every single time you saw shards or snowball after like 5 minutes, it was always in a defensive manner. It was always to save. It was always to basically just say, hey, we're going to protect our cause. Now it can actually be Secret rotating to be aggressive.
I do think, though, that a lot of this game is going to be on Ace. Sure, FATA's going to have a much better game, but I say this a lot when I see Ursus. This hero needs to snowball, and he doesn't have that. He doesn't have an incredible snowball because he's going to get pressured by a dual lane. It's not just going to be a Beastmaster down there, which he could run down.
Pick up, throw him back into mid 1. Not close enough to the Remnant to get the extra damage in, but he'll go for a Happy Tree. Needs the regeneration, but Puppey's Fissure Block is there. And mid 1 claims the first blood. That's going to be very useful going against this DK, even though he's not really going to be able to get a kill onto the DK, because it's a DK.
They do have a good amount of magic damage to put on the DK, though. If they get like a lift into that Remnant, into a Fissure, they do have it. So, yeah, we can watch not only the Ursa, who's going to need to have a very good game for himself, but the duo support movements from Secret. DJ might get caught out by it here.
Yeah, he's been really aggressive blasting from the tree line. So Puppey, he potentially could have had more help, but YapzOr only just TP'd up to the top lane. So it's going to be Puppey body blocking in. DJ begins his TP, and there is not enough damage to stop that from happening. So he TP's out only to the tier 1 tower, however, so still there to hold the hands of Universe.
I like that YapzOr actually instantly ported top. They recognize, okay, dual lanes, 2 melees top. We can have a bat and get so much farm, like we mentioned.
At the same
FATA
time,
is so important for their team.
If he TP'd a little bit later, he could have used the telekinesis. They could have got the kill on the Coddle. But what if?
Yeah.
He already started his TP by the time they realized where the Coddle was.
He's prioritizing his movements. They want to have FATA have a real game.
Yep.
Because Abaddon, he can actually make this Storm Spirit kind of go off. It's not this like Omni Knight Repel or anything like that, but he can be protected versus these Beastmaster Roar and Dragon Knife Stun, which are the main ones besides the Nyx to actually disable him.
It's definitely holding Nyx too closer towards that top lane. So Paladai, like there's no pulling. The Sentry Ward's already blocking that one. YapzOr, well, that bounding is his.
He juked the stun too. So it looks like Secret's actually gonna get all 4 bounty runes.
Not too shabby at all. Rubik's still not level 2, however. But nice for mid 1. Regeneration rune to bottle up in the bot river. That's exactly what you want to have when you're a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, especially versus a Dragon Knight, because you blow a lot of your mana just getting those last hits with Remnant. And look at YapzOr. He's just following Pi.
Like, hitting him makes no sense. Like, Paladai's got 6.6 HP regeneration. Bottom lane, Ace going after DJ. Puppey has already landed the Fissure Block down there. DJ moving through the tree line. One more clap. Needs another hit, and Puppey, he'll punch him, and Ace will swing in with the last claws. That's now 2 kills the way of Team Secret.
And they're not allowing this pressure lane to actually hurt the Ursa so much. So this was their response versus that Beastmaster Coddle lane, is just have an Ursa down here. Gets boots, can run down majority of heroes in the game.
Yep. And Eternal Envy's not getting the upper hand up on top. His first Metamorphosis was basically shielded off mid lane, however. Trouble for the Storm Spirit. The follow-up stun is there. Bottle quickly, and, well, it won't be enough. Mana Burn leveled up by Paladai at level 2 to ensure the kill on the Storm Spirit. It seems like one of those very few games where, like, a Terrorblade can't force this top lane. Like you see, the second Eternal Envy triggers Metamorphosis, FATA shields and runs at him.
And this is why they picked this Abba, is to just put pressure on Terrorblade.
Wait, Eternal
And
Envy, he's
Envy
actually
gets a
TPing
TP,
out.
doesn't
YapzOr's got telekinesis. He waited the maximum time, so FATA had more time to connect into him, and Eternal Envy, he's actually going to die here. One charge just won't save him.
They have to keep people up there. I think if you leave this Terrorblade, who's your game-winning hero for Fnatic, versus this dual lane, Abba's going to run over and just have such a big impact on the game.
Problematic to say the least. Pilot will return to the top lane. Mana burns out the last bit of FATA, so at least he can't keep spamming shields anymore.
Envy has to do the walk of shame since he tried to TP to the lane earlier.
Yep.
Radiant are scanning.
It's actually such a huge win for him. Now double the CS on the Abaddon.
He's just gonna be able to probably go those stapled FATA phase boots early on and be able to run down heroes, whoever shows himself top. Just with a quick lift, they're gonna have more than enough damage to chase them down. And Ace is doing fine versus this pressure lane. He's level 4.
They're going
He's got 18 last hits.
YapzOr starts to pick up on the top lane. As, Eternal Envy gets back out just because Pilot was there to lend the stun. But they really want to keep this pressure on Terrorblade.
He's suffering way worse than the Ursa is.
Yep. But you've got one charge, that's why you got Tangos. That's where you got an ES who can also fissure. Like, there's always ES was that like protection offlane hero. Like you throw down the fissure, if something goes wrong, you just back yourself up. That was back when like Wind Ranger was a thing for a 3 position. And Puppey just does the same thing now on bottom lane. And Envy does the same thing again up on top lane. Dying once more to this combination.
As soon as Pi leaves the lane, Pi went to go put a ward down mid. They know that. They know that there's no Nyx assassin there. They're just going to dive him every single time this happens.
Oh,
and mid one's got a DD.
Try and style jump over. Pilot die, cops the damage. The doesn't have enough mana for another jump, however. So Pilot will survive. Played the Spike Carapace timing correct. Beb now into Dragon form.
And bottom Ace has phase boots. He's running down DJ.
Oh god, yeah, you're right. Underneath the tower, DJ will die as Ace has the movement speed.
All the lanes kind of falling apart except for mid. The 2 side lanes really a problem for Fnatic.
They're just muscling this. That's all this is. Like, FATA's even tanking the tier 1 tower in the top lane, so the catapult will survive. YapzOr will come in and do the same thing. They're TPing back out to the shrine.
But this tower is going to go down here.
Yep. It should at least. Eternal Envy doesn't feel confident enough to try and fight this. He backed up just far enough that they didn't see him leave. So tier 1 tower, 6 minutes in. Going the way of the Radiant side. Fnatic trying to force something here onto the Dragon form, but Puppey holding in the trees, has the level 2 fissure.
Envy's
and
trying to
Arbed's up a long way, but Universe, Invis Rune. Caught out Puppey, can't really do much with it, however. There's 2 points in a beast. Envy rotates him through the rear. You can do something more with that, but the fissure, it catches the invisible Beastmaster, and Eternal Envy is now kind of in no man's land trying to reach the rest of his team back up the tier 1 tower. No fortification available, so this tier 1 tower will go the way of Fnatic. But a heavy commitment, 4 heroes from Fnatic to ensure that tower went down.
Envy's below the net worth of the Rubik. And, you know, we were mentioning this pressure lane coming out from Fnatic with the Coddle Beastmaster, but no pressure has actually been had. Ace, level 6, phase boots, top 2 net worth. He's having a great time.
I'm wondering if Fnatic were also prioritizing killing off that tier 1 tower, and they'll do the same thing up on the top just so they can control Roshan. Because is that actually something that Ace requires? Like, does he need that Aegis Maul to function in this game?
Not after what they've done to this Terrorblade. They completely massacred Envy's early game. It's 7 minutes in, he's so uninformed.
Needs to reach a little bit further, doesn't have Dragon Form.
They still want, they of course want to get the Aegis as secret because they've got that Ursa lineup, and we saw what happened last time is they gave up, they couldn't actually contest any of them, so. But look at this, FATA's just, he's pressuring a tier 2 now. He's just positioned, just doesn't care. No cares in the world.
He'll have less cares. He's actually got the entire phase boots and the rest of, I think a magic wand is what he's buying. Ready to force in the top lane. Yeah, it is.
He's gonna kill this tower.
It's sitting in the stash, it's not coming on the courier. He may be a little bit pissed about that, the fact he doesn't have his items on the courier. But bottom lane, perfect fissure. Ace kills off DJ. Arbed trapped in the tree line. Puppey now sees him. Has the totem stun to give, and YapzOr, well, he may... No, 1 charges. He won't tick from it. Low, 22, and he'll survive.
You know, last game we were saying Fnatic made all the right moves around the map. Secret now just shutting that down so heavily. Their 2 support movements, the YapzOr Rubik, per usual, he's already level 6 at 8 minutes in the game. He's got Arcanes, building toward that Yule Scepter. He's just been following around wherever Pi goes, and if Pi does leave the top lane, then they just punish Envy. And now bottom 2, again. Fissure, phase boots, run down DJ. This is going to be a Blink Dagger on Ursa already. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. This is beyond problematic for Fnatic. Without the counter hero available, Eternal Envy just cannot be an influence. Mid 1. He's number 1 in CS, he's number 2 in net worth behind that, but now he jumps in towards the mid after Paladai already took the stun from the Spike Carapace. YapzOr will follow up with the stuns. Even trying to get him to kill himself on his own ability, the Spike Carapace.
Oh wow.
This is actually even more dangerous. Like YapzOr has Arcane Boots early, effective rotations, Puppey has Arcane Boots as well. The mana sustain for Team Secret is just so damn good. And now the Blink Dagger is there for the Ursa Warrior. And he's looking towards Roshan. Coming in close.
They're not going to expect this.
Blink
They do have the ward.
into the pit. So there's no way they actually saw him go from there. The Observer Ward didn't see the movement of Ace. It did see the movement, however, from FATA going in. So how do they defend this? Eternal Envy...
It doesn't look like they are going to contest this one.
He does have Metamorphosis, so they can come down for it if they can give it a little bit of time. But they don't have time.
I think they're too afraid, because they do see Puppey's Earthshaker there too. If they try to walk in, you can just fissure them, and then the fight can be turned pretty quickly.
Yep.
And yep, Freya just...
FATA does burn the borrowed time. Yep, Fnatic won't get there. Ace is on the hunt.
5k gold lead already, 10 minutes. Much faster pace than the last game.
Yeah, actually with the update from the graph, we're even pushing closer to 6k, 4k in the experience. Nyx Assassin's just looking at YapzOr, but YapzOr actually has Spike Carapace available. It's only level 1. But if he can get it off in time, Nyx will stun himself. Couple of 1 charges, pick him up, throw him away. You're in killing YapzOr. Bottom lane is what they can try and kill. Universe has Raw and Arcane Rune. So they just need to find themselves a target. Puppey sitting behind the tree line, which is now gone. He needs help or he needs to leave, but he doesn't have a TP scroll. So all Puppey can do is walk out. Here comes your TP support. And of course, it's Ace to begin with. The Fissure won't stun anybody, but the clap down Universe. Dragon Tail stun to begin with. Universe going to commit the Raw before he actually got the Arcane off, and Raw stolen by YapzOr. Of course it is. They retreat back to the tower.
And look at FATA. FATA's just running between tier 2s. He doesn't care.
He's muscling. That's all he's doing. He's trying to keep the attention of Fnatic elsewhere.
Yeah.
Force a TP back to him.
They're making so much space for mid 1. Mid 1 level 9 now. He's got the Kaya finished.
Yep. The dream.
Every right move. And Fnatic now on the back foot. They're gonna just start farming up some jungle here. And with this Terrorblade being so under-farmed, they can't really group around him. So it's all on Abed for this early game for Fnatic to make space. Abed and Pi have to just run around and make the moves to make space for TB.
They've at least taken 2 of the tier 1 towers. That's one upside. So it's a little bit harder for Secret to maintain control of their Radiant jungle. But the top tower, tier 1, as well as the Shrine being available, makes it impossible for Fnatic to really control Roshan.
Pi.
And you think you probably could, but there's not even a single point up in Call of the Wild. Yeah, he can stalk this all he wants. Where's the follow-up?
He's just giving information. I think he's recognizing that these are the big 3 playmakers on the map. And
are they smoking?
Smoke, it looks like.
Yeah,
and he breaks it.
And Puppey breaks it. Where's the detection? Sentry ward's down. They saw Paladai run down south, so Puppey, secondary sentry. Spike Carapace will slow it, and YapzOr will get the pickup, throw down, and goodbye, Nyx Assassin. Meanwhile, Abed and FATA just tussling in the mid.
I mean, FATA just doesn't... FATA's just this distraction, pretty much, here. He's just like, I'm gonna run here, bring some attention, but I'm not the important one. My Ursa's farming, my Storm is free farming as well.
Yeah.
Fnatic, 10-1.
You know what this feels like, watching Eternal Envy play this Terrorblade? It feels like his anti-mage play. Like, I'm just gonna go everywhere where no one else is. That's why Mid One's just moved himself in, almost like the Loader play, into the Dire jungle, just trying to farm this up to ensure that there is a, like, wherever Terrorblade has to go is not gonna be safe.
I mean, they took the top tier 2s.
Yeah,
so
you just control the jungle, right?
This might be where you see Envy go do the old school Envy play when he plays opposite jungle.
He can actually Fissure block him in. Eternal Envy's out too far. You may have Sunder available, you may have to use it, but you can't. You're controlled completely. Oh boy. Well, this could be a very, very quick game too. Paladai is stalking mid 1. Puppey right behind him. Here comes your TP. And Paladai lines up the stun, able to connect onto mid 1. Illuna fly out, but Echo Slam from Puppey buys the time for mid 1 to get really aggressive into DJ. Puppey is low on life. We brought down by the breeze fire of Arbed, but the stolen roar from YapzOr used on the Dragon Knight. Ursa wants to attack into him, able to do so. Remember, he's still got this Aegis Immortal and a desire to fight. Blink off cooldown in 2 seconds, 1 second. Where does he go? He wants to get Universe if possible. YapzOr saw him for half a second. Stop to attack. Ace just blink claps. And down goes Universe.
Look at that build by Ace. The 4 points in the Earthshock. Just showing how much he wants to just make moves around the map to make space. But all of Secret, look at this, how combined they are.
Oh, Envy. I don't know if you really want to be sitting that close to Pylite Die. Gets picked up, Ace comes in. YapzOr will kill secure that one. Obviously, the 7-0-3 stats looking too good for Ace. YapzOr needs to play catch up at 1-0-10.
He wants that to be 10.
Does. But I think he's okay being involved in 11 out of the 15 kills the Team Secret have managed to claim so far.
Yeah, he's definitely the
Puppey,
one.
Like Puppey is 1-1-9.
Yeah, he's definitely YapzOr is definitely the one that's been making the most impressive moves to me though. Just punishing the Terrorblade and punishing whenever Pi leaves that safe lane. Ace 7-0-3 though is pretty damn impressive after he's playing versus Beastmaster Coddle.
They're smoke fighting again. The Blink Dagger is ready for YapzOr. He's looking for a target. And DJ, Illumina spam, Ace just blind blink claps. They're going to get a little bit more information with that aggressive Observer Ward. Coddle is going to walk right under it now, and Envy almost walked under it as well. But Fissure, bottom lane, Universe, they're really just itching for anyone to kill. Storm's a little bit too far away for the jump.
Yeah, I mean, this is the nature for their draft is make space for Storm Spirit. While on the opposite side, Fnatic, it's make space for Terrorblade.
They may actually kill Storm Spirit. Wait, can they actually? Mid one jumps. Arbed wants a Dragon Tail stun, able to claim it. Roar is there. Storm will fall.
Big kill.
And it's time to leave. Arbed, actually, he can't. 6 seconds. Okay, that's one way to do it. They need to attack him. Arbed's in the tree line. Keeper of the Light recall. His TP was on cooldown for another 5 seconds when he got pulled out.
Map is still shrinking quite a lot here for Fnatic and Envy. Sure, he's got the treads, he's got the drums, but quite a ways away from his next item. That Yasha is pipe dream at this point. And FATA has queued up a Radiance, so he's feeling like, yeah, he can just run at people. That's what he's been doing anyway.
Yeah, he's just been sitting there underneath the towers, just beating into them. Like Pylite Die, like he wants to escape this one. Forces the Vendetta. And Eternal Envy is next to him, but that's what I mean, like, it feels like his AM play. He's just ignoring the rest of the map and just trying to find that Yasha.
Like, who can he actually... The only heroes that Envy can actually kill is the supports at this moment. Focusing down those cores is so difficult unless they're just really chain locked down by either Roar or DK.
I think he also understands he needs the Mana Star quickly, because if this Orchid does come up from the Storm Spirit, which it will in a really timely fashion, there is no Sunder, there is no turnaround in the fight for him.
Puppey saw DJ there for a second. He's going to be able to get the D ward up top on this high ground.
He's someone who... YapzOr, come get money.
They've got priorities. They're just looking to stay aggressive. Don't let this TP ever get space on the map.
Universe is TPing out of the top. FATA's keeping that pressure up. Pylite Die has this one range creep that just kept following him into the tree line. But YapzOr may go on a hunt. Not going to happen. So
and now we do see Envy. He's doing the Envy. Oh, your jungle's invaded. Go farm the enemy side. You got to farm the riskier spots that they won't expect.
These Shadow Blades really pay off, don't they? Like if you're going something like this over some kind of like be ready for the fight armlet thing, like a Shadow Blade on both Beastmaster as well as Dragon Knight.
It's all about make space for Terrorblade. Like he's suffering so much and he's their game-winning hero. Top.
Yeah.
Shadow Blade paying off once defensively.
Universe. Time to roar. TP support's coming in towards the towers. They'll be ready for a Dragon Tail stun. This Ursa, he needs to die. He's 7-0-3. He's worth so much, but Puppey, the Fissure's gonna be there. Mid one's killed on Pylite Die, but they need Ace. Now the Enrage is worn off. They kind of couldn't even close the distance. YapzOr is here. They're gonna pop the shrine. He has Vendetta. Hiding inside of it, not walking underneath any dire sentry ward. Now he's giving more information than we've seen from the Knicks so far.
Oh, they actually can't bring down the Ursa there. That's really painful and really costly too. That was meta expended, that's DK form expended.
YapzOr, he got Breathe Fire. Pick him up, throw him down, no support nearby.
That's the BM hit. It's like, I have Vendetta, I want to poke.
They can go for that kill too when YapzOr's there, because like the 2 Shadow Blades are up. YapzOr has Dust.
Look at top. Mid one. He's looking for Envy alone. Envy gets the Sunder off.
Yeah, mid one still wants to have a crack at it, and okay, maybe not. Needs the bottle charges from the Bounty Rune, and he'll get it.
Now there's no Sunder, so they're smoked up. They're looking to find Envy. They've got all these deep aggressive wards down too.
And close the distance in time.
They're really just not slowing down whatsoever. Universe is going to be the target.
Yep, goodbye. Universe is the target, and Universe is in fact dead. We'll catch up with that one on the screen now. But Abed's getting more space in the bottom, so his money for the BKB is still coming at a half-decent timing.
But they need their Terrorblade to be big in this game, especially when they're playing versus this Tricore that's having such an excellent time.
But there's like no way they survive, right? Unless you actually have that BKB on the DK. Eventually, Secret's just going to go high ground on you.
Yeah, he needs BKB, but it's really, this Terrorblade needs so many items in this game now to catch back up. It's already Aghanim's finished on Ursa. Storm's got Orchid finished. The Radiance is about to be done on FATA. And again, look.
Storm managed to even kill Nyx Assassin right now. Yeah, the jump in. Pylai attempted to go for the Courier. Unfortunately, his 65 base damage is nowhere near enough. Back down towards the bottom lane. Ace, ready to fight. He has Aghanim set for available. The mirror image is making it more difficult. FATA, there goes the borrowed time. Triggered off on him. They still want to fight. Here comes Ace. The double clap. Roar is out from Universe. Ace waiting it for the moment. And mid one in from the side. Abed, the last dragon slayed. Envy already goes for the Sunder, bringing mid one down low, but a double fissure, still no follow-up. When mid one's this low, he does not want to fight. So he jumps away again from the reflections.
YapzOr's tried for the steal there on Sunder. Envy was quick on his fingers though to do the conjure image. Oh, and a regen.
Oh.
It seems like everything is just on the side of Secret this game. 19-3, 7k gold lead, experience nearing 10k. It's looking similar to the last game for Fnatic, but a bit more one-sided.
Swings the opposite direction.
And Roche is scouted.
Yep.
And do they actually have the tools to be able to fight that? They've got meta, but there's no dragon form for 30. Secret's gonna kill
rolls
too
down
fast.
for 28 seconds as well.
Yeah, Secret's gonna kill way too quick.
Like, even if they want to go in on this, like, yeah, FATA's going to tank. The Illusion can now tank as well, thanks to that change. Oh, mid one, trouble underneath the shrine. He's actually going to fall to Pylai. They caught him out. Just trying to, I don't know if this was meant to be distraction, but that's Aegis and Chi still going into the hands of Team Secret. Ace will grab both. Is he going to give the cheese over to FATA? Yeah, he does.
FATA's already, he's got the highest net worth. 206. Radiance is pretty much complete.
Pretty much. Another 200 gold and he's there.
So Fnatic, they need to just keep stalling the game for Envy to get online. DJ as well is very important. He's getting closer and closer to that Aghanims. He's
1200.
about 3 pieces in. Yep.
1200 till it's up. Envy actually, we got the Yasha and he bailed out the rest of his quick buy, which was the full Manta.
This could be a game where we see DJ actually take the highest net worth. Which is very concerning.
That's gonna be, in a way, it's still okay, right? It's still okay, because if he's powerful, then the Fnatic defense is powerful.
Yeah.
Like, you axe as well as blast, and the creep wave should die. The only downside is, the Orchid is up, and then you're gonna get a Lincoln Sphere onto mid one, and he's just gonna dive the backline, and DJ will have no answer to this.
Yeah, I mean, they can just... FATA can just be like, all right, I'm running in, guys. We got vision now. Try to get those pickups on the Coddle.
Hey,
that's
Ace,
his job.
Ace, can you grab their attention, jump in, pop Enrage, and then take no damage? Okay, yeah, that's possible too.
They've got Aegis Cheese. They're looking to get aggressive. They have vision as well of Abed.
They turn the Radiance off on FATA while they do this run. They want to be as hidden as possible.
And they've given that gem.
And it's Eternal Envy
to Ace.
Target number 1. So if Ace jumps in, yeah, there is no hiding. They need to move quickly, though. Puppey, Storm, more. Okay! Mid one from the other side of the map. It's one dead, very Eternal Envy.
I am struggling to find the catch-up for Envy.
Catch-up is game 3. Like,
it's looking like it.
They're ahead, remember. They're 1 game ahead. But the victor never wins in anime. What? That's the way it works, man. It's the sub-story. Here comes FATA. So shield up, run up the high ground. 23 minutes in, all the waves aren't pushing it anywhere near enough. Like, the bottom tier 2 towers under attack, but you don't care as long as you can get that kind of jump off. The roar is there. Everyone's pushed back by the blinding light, but Ace is ready to fight. YapzOr can't survive this, however. It looks like Team Secret are happy to bail for the moment. Abed's BKB has worn off. Mid one, not great in the regeneration. They sentry ward to see if anyone was chasing closer. Not going to happen.
It's 23 minutes in and they just forced the Terrorblade, who's 0-4, to buy back. I think you right now are like, all right, Terrorblade's game is pretty much done. We just got to focus on other heroes now. They don't need to slow down ever, though. They can just keep this pace going, and it's really hard for Fnatic to actually catch back up because there's just so much pickoff now. If they're going to be doing the split push, if they're going to be setting up heroes just isolated, pushing out side lanes, that's where the Storm comes into play because he can just go fly and pick them off by himself.
They actually... It looks like they're grouping up down on bottom lane to try and fight. Metamorphosis is up, and that tier 2 tower is very low, like 43 HP. So they can claim this now. So YapzOr is going back to the world of the living. DPs to the tier 2 tower in mid. They're right underneath the Hawk, which is currently burning in the Radiance. But the tier 2 tower gets claimed. I actually thought for a moment that Team Secret would go into the engagement. But
there's nothing they gain down there. I think they just want to fight on the enemy side of the map. Fighting on their side of the map, it doesn't really do a whole lot for them. They can just clear out and then look to just pick fights on the enemy side.
It might also be worth it to wait until mid one's got that full Lincoln's up. That extra safety when he goes in. I think in that fight too, like they went in pretty damn deep. And
they did.
And YapzOr just found himself stranded facing up against DK with no real way to control him or hide. It's going to be more problematic now that DJ's picked up the gem.
Pi.
So all this aggressive vision that Team Secret's been playing under, it doesn't exist. And yeah, Pile die. Goodbye. Ace doesn't care. He attacks so fast and that stun lasts so like little time.
Yeah, I mean, no, he enraged to remove the stun, right?
Yeah.
From the carapace, so he just, quick cleanup. No worries.
And cooldown time of 24 seconds for that. Like, he doesn't even care about burning it for that initial kill. Because he'll be back by the time, like, Fnatic bring him close to death.
He's a big fan of the Aghanims on the...
Good reason why he went at first item. FATA and Ace are finally going to take care of this bottom tower. Both the tier 1 and the tier 2.
Now he's got two ways. With that Aghanim, he's got two different ways to be able to remove the roar and all the disables that are on Fnatic. They're just looking to keep up the pace. Terrorblade, 9,400 net worth. J 8,600. DJ's gaining on him.
You just watching the fight. I just said they were within 100 gold between DJ and Envy.
Yeah.
They were within 100 gold of each other. Well, they're going to go in. Pile die is low. Ace, however, in trouble. Has the Aegis Immortal. Has also enraged. Doesn't want to burn it just yet. Here comes FATA in from the west. YapzOr waiting in the back lines. Has Impale in 1 second time, but Pile will catch him there. Where is this Impale? Fisher from Puppey. Nice position. Impale follow up FATA. There goes your borrow time. Triggered out Universe. A throw back. Actually, a throw in. Catching out Nyx Assassin, but mid one all the way across the top of the fight, and the Echo Slam from Puppey. They need more control, but the stun is still there. Mid one back into the fight. Into the back lines. Trying to catch out Universe. Bit of an even trade-off so far, or group up, whoops, maybe not. Not when DK, Arbet, I thought he was going to get more than that, but Ace is too strong and they couldn't close the distance with mid one.
And that's the biggest fight for Fnatic at this point in the game too, because that was the Ags reveal from the Coddle during daytime with the gem too. They get two decent kills, but that quick long zip by mid one. Yep. FATA giving his life for the cause as well there. He runs in to make sure that he can protect Ace.
And now Eternal Envy has no Metamorphosis. He's back at base trying to defend. Both gems are taken. Yeah, 10k gold and about 14,000 in the experience advantage. It's not as fast as the swing that was coming in from Fnatic in game 1. But it definitely looks to light the path for a game 3.
Absolutely. They just, in the middle of the fights, they can't take them now at this point. It's so difficult versus Secret because of how powerful they are. Just the core matchups. The Abaddon has no fear. Sure, he dies, but he saves his Ursa because of it. Maybe they will be able to find mid one here. He's got Lincolns, though. They've got to play this perfect.
Oh, and there goes your rocket. And got him. Universe, he's an easy follow-up. No way to really escape. Puppey can even lend out the totem, but mid one with the double kill. Fnatic on the ropes with 2 heroes down without buyback. And Ace is already hunting. Moving down the mid lane, looking for a hero. And DJ, well, hits him with the Illuminate, but then also walks in. Ace, does he blink in? Yeah, he sure does. He blinks in. Mid one, gets the silence in our bed. BKB now popped. Mana leak for Ace, not the greatest thing in the world. But Photic Shield, the greatest thing in the world.
Even pops the enrage just in case. Strong Dispel.
Everyone's ready to fight up on top lane apart from Fnatic. They're still down to Beastmaster.
And it's nighttime, so now the Coddle doesn't have that big benefit for the team.
Yep. Have 4 minutes. It's only just hit nighttime.
The Secret's big go time. They can fight here, and then if they get thrown off too much, the Roche is going to be respawning really soon. So playing with Aegis is the biggest thing for them when they have this Ursa.
Can they give a little bit more life to Ace before this fight begins? He's walking around at 800 HP. I know he's got the Enrage. I know he's got all the confidence in the world.
Having the BKB on the Storm, and when they get Blink Dagger on Puppey, it's going to make it a lot easier for them to dive past the tower and go for that Coddle. Because picking up the Coddle is like a necessity for them to siege. But Roche, we'll find out in about 1 second how long. It's going to be 1:30. So it will still be that nighttime for Secret.
This is still going to be a rough run.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
just as a spoiler alert. So big spoiler alert. If you don't want to know the results from the other side of the game, don't listen to me right now.
Don't spoil.
But
I don't want to know.
But that's when you're going to know.
Do
anyway.
I cover my ears?
So the hardest run in the playoffs is actually going to be in the top part, Team Liquid. If you actually win this game, you play against Team Liquid. Winner of that plays up against VG Gaming. Good luck making it through the finals of that one. While VP, like they'll play the loser of this matchup.
Look at that build by Ace. This is the okay. In case Terrorblade does somehow come back and have a game, I'm just getting a Mjolnir on Ursa. He can constantly force in those lanes now too. Pie gets eaten.
Yeah, what pie? I saw no pie. Mid one's waiting. He's right underneath the Beastmaster Hawk.
He sees it.
If he throws a Remnant in closer, okay, yeah.
They're just waiting for that next Roche. They can still look for some pickoffs though with their deep wards that they've got.
They got 13 seconds till Roshan is up.
1:50 till day. So Fnatic, they still want to try to keep stalling, but the problem with them stalling is that Envy is just sitting at the tier 3. He can't actually farm. He's just sending illusions out because this is what we were talking about with the Storm Spirit. If they actually show any hero alone on the sidelines, they'll easily just get killed.
And now the Storm has a BKB. Like, this is a license to dive even deeper for mid 1 now. It's kind of fun to see the no Bloodstone build.
Yeah,
even this late into the game, it would have been an option. But
I like the Kaya. I've been liking the Kaya Orchid a lot more. I know sometimes you definitely need a Bloodstone, but that damage it gives and just being able to pick off these heroes from side to side. I mean, he's had an excellent game on the Storm Spirit.
Fnatic are just hoping the Team Secret will make a mistake.
They need they need a lot of mistakes, actually. I mean, it's 18,000, and they are trapped in their base. Every single lane just constantly being shoved in.
Roshan's
and
here.
now it's Roche.
Yeah.
And this is the refresher.
It's refresher shard, it's Aegis, it's cheese. They can just split this across so many heroes. And you're even having a nullifier build in for Ace. So this will take no time at all. And they know Fnatic will do nothing about it. Fnatic can just push out the waves, but
it almost feels like Fnatic's just delaying the inevitable at this point in the game. They're really just hoping that Secret makes some mistakes. FATA takes the refresher shard. Aegis cheese distributed.
Cheese into Ursa.
Yep.
Storm.
Best Aegis carrier.
I'm interested to see like if he dies with BKB on at the very beginning, just to win the fight straight out.
I mean, this is going to be just super dive plays coming out from Secret because I believe Puppey also has the Blink Dagger now too. So they're gonna, as soon as they see anybody on the side of Fnatic, we're gonna see some triple Blink Daggers jumping in and blowing them up.
Blink, Echo Slam. Hey, Envy, would you mind grouping all your illusions in one small area for us? That may happen. Almost actually want to see like the second run, get the refresher shard to Puppey.
They don't need that.
The never-ending stuns. Being a little bit more defensive about things. Team Secret just doing the perimeter run.
Yeah, getting all 3 lanes pushed in. And mid one also finds a very handy damage.
That's a good observer ward to get rid of. YapzOr stuck up on a hill for a bit.
How's Envy doing? Does he have the Manta finished yet? Got the gold pretty much for it, but he can't really move the courier out there either. This is a 10-second BKB that he got quite early on, and he's pretty much been trapped inside the base the whole time. Fnatic, it's daytime. Looking to try to get at least some pick off.
1 second enrage duration now up for Ace 2. That was already going to be strong enough. 5 seconds of basically taking no damage.
And he's got an ABBA behind him who's getting closer and closer to level 25.
Yep.
Those shields are going to become stronger and
It's
stronger.
almost like never-ending shields too, because he took the cooldown reduction, so every 5.1 second he's throwing out a shield in the fight.
And he's got a lot of defensive items too. He's got the solo crest he can throw on him too, so just buff up that Ursa or that Storm Spirit as much as possible. But yeah, Fnatic still just trapped in their base. The farm is it's just a constant line. Same thing with the experience. 22,000 gold, 30,000 experience.
We're almost waiting for the nail in the coffin. Like that's what this is. Either that or Fnatic break the coffin apart and just like all of a sudden, yeah, we're amazing. But Lotus Orb. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you break this. Like you want to raw somebody, they're gonna get freed, and like how? You can't control anybody.
No more mana leak to be obnoxious, that's for sure.
Yep. There's just so much protection from the side of Team Secret.
They are playing a bit of that farm game though. They're just finishing up their next items is what it looks like, because the Noah Fire is almost done for Ace. Storm as well, just about to have Shivas and level 25. They don't feel like they're in a rush because they know that Fnatic's trapped.
Just because, like, I kind of want to just get this hero nerfed even more. Do you actually think this is like this game was actually influenced by picking the Storm Spirit at all? Do you think this matchup would have worked with any other hero against the DK in mid?
The matchup was fairly even, right? He was farming okay. Abed was a little bit ahead, but I mean, it's just the plays around the map. It's the fact that FATA was able to just bully this Terrorblade because it's a Nyx assassin who was kind of moving around the map, and YapzOr read it. YapzOr was like, okay, I'm just trying to join FATA and ruin Envy's game, and they have. He's 0-4. So I think the Storm, he had an influence in the game, and I think the thing that he does is when they have an advantage, he just continues it because they can't actually split push the side lanes, which is what they want to be doing as this Coddle Beastmaster.
I'm wondering if Piladai is sitting here trying to hunt a courier.
Does look like it.
He's been hovering around after putting down an aggressive Observer and Sentry ward, trying to hope for a pickoff, but the courier is all the way down south.
Secret even has a defensive ward up there because they're like, we don't really need anyone else because they're not leaving their base. It's only Pi.
I wonder where Fnatic is. You can try and put a ward inside the base, but they've still got the gem. They're holding it in the stash. Actually, it's on the courier right now.
They know that Pi's up here waiting for it too, because they're vision. They just see him.
Oh wait, hang on. Puppey's coming over. Fissure, stun. Can you do this solo, Puppey? Is it worth the echo? Mid one's on the way. He burned a lot of mana to get here. Reveal. All right, no. He actually gets the courier.
Oh, and his play fail's on the ground.
After all of that,
he takes the play fail from mid one. He stole me. His play fail too. Well,
how?
He's gonna have another. I mean, the Shiva's died on the recipe died on the courier too, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Why was the playmail on the ground?
I don't think he had slots to be able to actually.
So he bought it and just dropped to the ground automatically.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay, well. Value increase.
I mean, that's a big play. I mean, that's a big play by Pi there, but the influence that it's gonna have in the game. Not going to be so massive.
Hey, it's more influence than Fnatic sitting inside their own base, all right?
This is fair to say.
He managed to steal 1,400.
It's a 2,800 gold swing, right?
Yeah?
Well, not really.
Well, not really, because he can't use it. I'm wondering.
But he can just keep it in his backpack as like that.
It's a trophy, right?
I've got your plate.
Like that's what you need, right? It's like the battlefield tags. Like, I was like, I knifed this guy, man. I knifed him. I knifed him good. I got his dog tags. Now he just holds it in his backpack. Would you like this? Alright, double damage room for mid one. Gonna start beating into that mid tier 3 tower. They break the Lincoln Sphere, and mid one instantly jumps back out again. Meanwhile, FATA hitting that top tower. Yeah, you cursed that tower. And now mid one in again with the Shiva's Guard Envy. That BKB comes so late, but he can at least stun YapzOr. YapzOr stuns him back. The stuns are nice from Fnatic, but it won't be enough. A steal to a steal, and they want to get back to the objective-based gaming. Tier 3 town must fall with the DK buyback. He does not have Dragon Form, however, but the Shadow Blade initiation, he doesn't have that either. The Secret have already left.
Level 25 Storm now. 3 Abba. Those levels, and Secret's playing it very patient though. They really don't want to risk dropping this game. 30-6. They know how much the recovery kills can actually mean.
Let's watch this snipe once more. So Paladai gets initiated on.
Yeah, he didn't have slots for it. Yeah, look, he actually has no room. So when he buys it, it just drops down.
So, bought it.
Courier gets killed.
And it's like, wait, oh, brilliant.
Nice.
All right, so Team Secret backed out once more. Do we start the Roshan counter? You may respawn in 1 minute time, and then we just do this all over again. You still got the refresher shard on FATA, and you got the cheese on Ursa. Even though you don't have the Aegis Immortal after it timed out in Storm. He's going Aghanim Scepter too, so we're going to have the electric black hole for mid one.
They're not looking to slow down. It's still night. It's nighttime for another minute, so they want to try to claim advantage of that.
If they can capture DJ, this is going to be a big part of doing it. And jump in. Well, that's not a real one. That's not a real one. This isn't a real one. Fish is going to be off the mark. Let's just keep killing off all the fake ones. 40 gold apiece. Sure.
You see how FATA is actually turning his radiance off in these situations too, so that the reflection. The Nyx doesn't stun and the reflection doesn't hurt as much.
So his borrowed time gets burnt.
Yeah.
Not exactly what he wants. There's the Fisher hit. That's what Puppey wanted. Cotter will fall. Follow-up Echo Slam. 2 heroes down. Buybacks there from the Keeper of the Light. And Eternal Envy. Sunder, it's available if he gets down low still. FATA, not a healthy man. Ace struggling to run out of this one. And there's your Beastmaster Raw, but no, they just dispel out with the Enrage. He still has the cheese. Have to remember that one too. YapzOr's the one mana linked in Eternal Envy. Wants to fight. Picked up, throwing down. They're going to find the real one. They found him as well. Push back up. The Orchid won't pop him. They turn for the hit onto mid one. So low, and he does finally die. 942 gold for this. YapzOr, what have you got, son? Thunder.
Just refresh the Sunder steal.
The
DJ blast starting to really add up in that fight there. They got clipped by several of them.
How much damage did he actually get done in the fight? So he did 1,700 damage. He's 100 gold damage behind that of the Terrorblade. Nowhere near the 5.1k that was done by the Storm Spirit.
Again, though, that was Secret committing pretty far. Sure, they got Abed the big kill, but then they kept actually looking for kills and they get turned on. And now it is daytime, but Roche will be spawning soon, and they're still in a very comfortable spot.
Roshan's in 1 minute-ish. Yeah, that advantage, because it's so high too. Like, you go for these even trade-offs, and there's just so much coming back. Now Paladai finding YapzOr. They'd love the kill on him. DJ, I think he's bringing in a couple of friends, but YapzOr takes the Mana Leak stun, jumps up the hill, and a Lincoln Sphere now onto Terrorblade. This will make Envy a lot stronger going into the next fight.
Envy's catching back up a bit here.
Yeah, he is.
Lincoln's BKB Manta. He's got B-Flag queued up. He's now finally pulled ahead of FATA on net worth. Still quite a ways behind those two big cores, though.
And I just want to try and force the issue. They push aggressively like this. They still have that aggressive Nyx ward from the Courier snipe previously. So they have some deep vision. We'll get to watch this moment again.
Yeah, they expended the refresh shard on FATA as well when they were trying to commit here. But look at that Sunder. YapzOr with the quick Sunder play to get DJ low enough. They kill the Storm as well. Oh, they kill the DK as well. But they get turned on.
Roshan is in 8 seconds time. Does DJ find that Observer ward up on top? Yeah, he does. That's not going to survive any longer.
They're looking to just take a fight here now.
Yeah, here comes Secret. As you said, Refresher, and she's being burned already. But Roshan's the critical moment now. Fnatic have the greatest thing ever, though. They took a fight before Roshan came up, which means that all the lanes are actually pushed in nicely. They have there's not much risk for them to come out like this, and it's very difficult for Secret to fully read where they are.
It's daytime, and they have vision of mid one right now.
They're going to try and kill on Puppey. Where's the extra help? Mid one, roared up. They actually triggered his Lincoln Sphere. They want to get rid of Puppey before the Echo Slam can be pushed out, but it won't happen. Mid one with the BKB, jumping into the middle of him. He wants that Keeper of the Light down, but doesn't have it. The stun chaining here from Paladai. Mid one doesn't have any kind of mana. Abed and Envy, they can stand their ground and fight, but mid one back into the mid lane. They have the Ursa. They have to cut him, drop him down low, and Puppey! In for the Echo Slam with the double kill on the cause. It's the timing. It's the moment. It's the kills. It's Team Secret. There's still a 2 for 3 trade-off. Paladai will TP out in time. But there's not a lot of life left over on mid one. But Ace is up and Roshan's there. You know where you want to go from here.
Those mana burns really start adding up. 2 or 3 mana burns in the fight, and mid one's just becomes kind of useless. They were cutting around Ace really well too, but then, yeah. Absolute clutch play there from Puppey, getting the 2-man Echo on the cores. All 3 cores dead. Roche back up. Secret can commit.
Yeah. For a moment there, I really thought Fnatic was going to win that fight.
It did look like it.
Until that Echo Slam came in, but Fnatic, they couldn't finish off Puppey. Like we already said, there was so much support sitting behind him. Like, how do you actually get that kill in the first place? Now you've got Refresher Shards, you've got Aegis, you've got Cheese. Aegis is on the Storm Spirit. Mid one going bootsless.
It's the power of the BKBs for Fnatic, is when they do have those 2 BKBs active, it's hard for them to actually get like locked down for any of the cores to focus fire them from the side of Secret. But as soon as those BKBs wear off, that's when Puppey and YapzOr can jump back in and actually lock people down and take them out.
Trying to push up through the mid. DJ, he kind of wants the mana leak to work. Ace under the tier 4 towers. There's your 4-star, pushing Universe a little bit further away. Illuminate spam, slowing things down. Here's Fortification, buy more time. 5 seconds till DK is up. 5 on the Terrorblade now. And Team Secret, they only did damage to the melee racks. They're not going to get much more than that. In fact, they're going to go down bottom lane to defend.
They're going to pick up some big items here, though, that they got after that fight. In particular, Abba got level 25, and now he has a full Octarine. So that 3.8 second cooldown on shield becomes pretty overwhelming.
Just keeps reducing and reducing. Borrowed times at 25 seconds.
Three borrowed times come out in a fight with the Refresher Shard easily.
I even just loved like the 9.5 second cooldown time on Lotus Orb. 4.46 on the Solar Crest. Yeah.
It is very nice. Octarine's quite a good item on Abba. YapzOr almost has Aghanims finished up too. He's kind of saving for buybacks though, just in... How's the B-Fly doing? Envy's actually switched. He's going for smaller items because the game could end abruptly. He needs to get something just for the next fight.
The Hurricane
B-Fly's too far. Yeah, B-Fly's going to be too far.
It does make a little bit more sense too, though. Going up against the Ursa is going to give him a little bit more distance.
Yeah,
because he needs it too. Like with that nullifier up on the Ursa, he needs to keep his distance from Ace.
Nighttime though for 3 minutes.
Yeah, this is Illuminate and Nag spam. That's what this has to be in order to keep that creep wave at bay. Can't even let it go to the high ground. Like, this one creep survives, and Far's like, sweet, let's attack the tier 3 tower up on top. How do we actually stop this? Lincoln Sphere breaks on Envy. YapzOr with a jump in. Mid one also. BKB committal. Going in very, very deep. DJ needs to bring in extra help. Anything to help out. But the Illuminates, Team Secret sees it coming. They just back out a little bit further.
And they're going to fix their lanes. They're going to play it really patient here. And FATA has actually just kept his radiance up this whole time. He just really doesn't want that reflection to hurt his core so much, that miss rate, and that little bit of damage that adds up.
I'm loving that mana burn. Like, you mentioned the last 5, you just see it just clap onto a Baden at that moment. It's like, okay. It's like when all your items actually start turning against you.
Reaching on mid one, they've got the top lane fixed a bit here. Now they can go back to try to push this out. 2 minutes till daytime.
Team Secret aren't forcing it. Like, you've still got Aegis. This is...
They spot Pi for a second.
Yeah. Only a second, though. He doesn't walk up to the Observer in Sentry Ward, which helps his case. But these Eternal Envy Illusions doing their work on the bottom. Universe is actually going to spend a little bit more time pushing out top. Remember, they've still got recall from DJ, so it's okay to commit a hero out like this as long as you don't believe they're going to get ganked. But mid lane's pushing in again. The creep wave just gets obliterated. Eternal Envy, the pick up and down. They want to kill him off. Where's the shields? Envy just evaporates into thin air. So they want to start beating in. Mana burn it out. You can mana burn each other. Thanks to the Lotus Orb. And the retreat. Rain Tracks take some decent damage. 1 minute and 4 seconds until daytime. The Illuminates continue, so do the Axes.
Envy's got to be careful.
Yeah, he cannot die. He's the backliner now.
It also was a YapzOr stealing reflection in that fight too, so that can provide them quite a lot to be able to find the heroes in the back on Fnatic.
Team Secret are bailing. They don't have a creep wave that's going to be there in time. They could push one more time, but the top lane's forcing out too far. The bottom lane had a decent amount of momentum on it too.
They're just playing so patient. 35k gold lead.
You got Nagadim Scepter now on the Rubik. YapzOr.
He's gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah. What's the big thing you now try and steal?
You can get Coddle Blast.
That would be pretty cool.
Once it goes daytime, they're like, oh, well, we got a Coddle too. It's just gonna be the frequency of the steals. That's pretty much it. He's got a lot of different options.
Look for that Beastmaster roar.
Yeah, I mean the Katowice will give them this sustain to just push, but that's a really tough one to steal.
Interesting to watch also from Universe. He's going to go for Nullifier himself. I was interested to see like how he would progress, but because he's gone Shadow Blade, I wasn't certain he'll be able to close the distance on the heroes he needs to. But if it is the Ursa and the Ursa jumps it, still,
it's just really hard for that. No matter what, like items, it's really just mostly on the TB if he can just get big enough still. And he
still hasn't bought anything yet. But the buybacks, it's not even available. Like he burned it before, so 6 minutes is on cooldown. And he's holding onto his drums over getting the Dragon Lance. Or Force Staff. Ursa looking for a fight. Double damage runes available.
Daytime again now.
Yep. Illusion's doing their work. So here comes FATA. Just wants to bring down the range racks. And they will easily be able to do this. The top melee racks, which is also under siege. So it's a split engagement, but up on top, Ace. Oh, YapzOr was moving in very, very quickly to come and help him out. Envy has already burnt that BKB of his, so no more protection. Lincoln's also triggered out. You can see him just playing in fear in the back lines. The Fisher, 3-man, curse slam onto 4. The Illuminate will give a little bit more life back, but it really will never be enough. Fnatic under their tier 4 towers are dying, dropping like flies. Ace wants more. He'll have the cheese available if he wants to just pop that and go for another kill. But Fnatic, they just got slammed.
Perfect by Puppey. That's how you close the game out, with style.
Yep. And this really now does seem like nothing more Fnatic can do. They don't have Eternal Envy, even a longer death time, 80 seconds. They can go in for the GG move. Keeper of the Light, DK and Beastmaster are the only ones that can stand up. No roars, nothing really to work with. YapzOr is just pushing him around. And this is going to be tier 4 towers to fall. 15 minutes to do it, however. A 49k gold advantage at the end of this game.
They're gonna have a 1k per minute lead and a 50-minute game.
You know the stupid thing
I don't think I've ever seen that actually.
They're buying time with the Blinding Light mana leaks because they're draining him out quite heavily. So Arbed's back in, and yeah, Team Secret have realized they cannot finish the throne before the Nyx Assassin is back. Fortification's up, but now, okay, maybe pull them into a fight. The Vortex dragging back Universe. He needs more space, but he doesn't have it. Gem is down, but buyback is available. He'll end up burning it right now. Ursa Warrior, remember he's still got that cheese up. FATA just wants the Megas to be available. YapzOr's on 275 HP, sticking around for the fight. Arbed needs more life. 14 one charges will do it. Mid one and YapzOr, they're so low in the back lines. Pilot die, a great double stun. FATA, there's that borrowed time coming back into work again. The root is on the Ursa Warrior. It's the stolen creep. Will it be enough? Ursa still wants to keep the run going. They're getting more life. Pilot die. Where's that stun? It'll actually reach the Ursa, but is there enough follow-up? You have the breathe fire, but in rage, they stun him. They have to wait it out. Half a second, but the Fisher from Puppey is back once more. The breathe fire, the blink. Ace will end up dodging the spill radius. Poor DJ is the man doing the solo defense, but Fnatic know they need a kill. This chase has been going on so long. Again, borrowed time, back off cooldown. Pilot Eye cannot reach with a stun, and the Fissure block will cut off any chance Fnatic have of chasing further.
And Secret will just, they're gonna reset. They know this game's in the bag. 50,000 gold lead. It's, unless Fnatic has some envy miraculous things going on here, there's like no way back in this one. They're just far too behind.
To overcome a 51k gold deficit. Hey, at least they'll bring him back the experience. That was up at 40k at one point. It's now sitting around 34,000, the difference. It's one. I'm clutching at straws, I know. So they have to hold on to that range racks up on top. Megas is almost impossible for these guys to defend. Let's have a quick look back at this wonderful Echo Slam from Puppey. The 3-man
The Blinding Light actually pushed him into it. I didn't even notice that initially. Okay. Thank you, DJ, says Puppey.
I'll take it.
And now, the fifth Roshan? Yeah, fifth Roshan.
Yeah, third refresher shard that gets to come into this game. They burnt everything previously.
Now they're giving it to Puppey. Now they want that control. After that, you better give it to Puppey.
Yeah, makes sense. Means he'll have a double BKB too, because he's put a 10-second one. Here comes Fnatic. They want to fight, but the stuns in the backline. Just so good from Puppey. And he was only a Fisher one as well. He'll BKB and hide in the tree lines, but without a Beastmaster, Puppey wants to reset. Smoke will allow this to happen. Envy, there's your Sunder going to work, but YapzOr sunders him straight back. There's your jump on the back lines. GG, well played. Fnatic tried to come for the surprise gank, but it will not work. And we are going to a Game 3, the deciding matchup to see who can win this battle between Team Secret and Fnatic to get that #1 position out of Group B.
These support movements, Secret just on fire early game, recognizing what heroes they needed to pressure. They did a great job in that bottom lane too with just the Ursa and the Earthshaker. They completely knocked out the pressure. We've seen that like Coddle Beastmaster time and time again put pressure on safe lanes.
Yep.
Didn't happen at all. That was what, like a 10-minute blink dagger on Ursa?
Yep.
And Terribly just was out of the game the entire time.
I felt like there was no way for Fnatic. I almost want to say my feeling at the end of both of these games is that early rotation, that early move